Ed was a quiet man and a proficient urologist in his own right. But when Ed was in the room, it was a different room. Not that he said anything, not that he did anything, that he was there, and he was Dr. Ed. Everybody knew Dr. Ed and were in somewhat awe of Dr. Ed.
There were several things that made Dr. Ed special. He was a quintessential amateur golfer, right? So he was able to hold down a full-time job as a doctor and still make time to compete and play really well at the club level, the national level, and then even at the international level.
Well, Dr. Ed had a wonderful sense of humor. He was not a boisterous kind of guy. He wasn't the guy to sit around at a table of golfers and be the guy that tells 20 stories and has everybody in stitches. But he was notable for his dry wit.
Several years ago, back in 2008, 2009, the Pacific Coast Golf Association named their championship trophy after Dr. Updegraff. And we were at Papago for some AGA function, and I was designated the person to inform him that. And I said, Dr. Ed, they're going to name the perpetual trophy with the Pacific Golf Association after you. And his response was, I didn't think they'd remember me. Also, the man was invited to play in 6 Masters tournaments, and he would say, it's a wonderful two-day event they have there in Augusta. Because I don't believe he ever made the cut, but he was proud of the fact that he did play in them.
I had a 69 once in practice, and one time I was playing with Sam Snead. He was playing very well. He was most pleasant to play with.
He was an extraordinary player, as you know, and his tenure spans 60 years of excellence and accomplishment in that area, and I just think that that body of work will carry on because he was important in a lot of areas other than just playing. He set an example. He served on the board of the Arizona Golf Association. He accomplished a lot with USGA, so he had a huge body of work relative to golf, and that was just to golf.
Ed was Ed, played golf with everybody, anybody, and I never heard Ed give instruction to anybody that didn't ask for it. He just played along, and you thought you were playing about as well as he was, but that obviously was untrue.
Well, I would tell the younger players to be patient with the game. It's very difficult, it's frustrating, and if they're not patient, it's going to be worse for them. And I'd also recommend that if they once learn how to play, once they got a good grip, don't try to overforce or pressure the ball. And then I'd recommend that they play quickly and maybe take only one practice swing, and then when they get on the green, successive putting, that's what I recommend. Avoid bad habits.
He was such a genuine person to everybody he met, and you didn't have to be a scratch handicap to be a very good friend of Dr. Updegraff. He just was an interesting human.
His humility towards all of that, you just don't find anymore. It's today's champion wants to be recognized, and Dr. Ed really didn't act like that or want to be treated like that. He just wanted to be treated like everybody else.
So Dr. Updegraff was a true embodiment of the game. His legacy was crucial to the state of Arizona and our highest honor that we give out every year. And we're excited to give it out again this year, and we're going to give it out for years to come. We would all do well to serve the game like Dr. Updegraff did for the last 100 years.
You folks at Arizona Golf have been so nice to me through the years that anything I can do to help was fine. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.